Hello, it's Snow City Tarot, and I'm here with a pick a card reading. Today's topic will be your next romantic partner. Who are they? What do they do? What are you going to like about them? So, we've got 5 piles today. Let me even that out. This will be pile 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take a moment, take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and pick a pile. If you'd like to pause the video, you can, and when you're ready, you can click on the timestamps in the description box below, and hopefully in the comment section. So I'll see you when you're reading. Hi, pile 1. This is for those of you that picked this note from the universe regarding love life. It says, no two flowers are the same, yet all are beautiful in their own way. I feel like this person is going to be quite unique. I feel like they may look very average at first glance, but I think there's going to be something about them that you're not going to be able to quite put your finger on. So, what type of person is this that you'll be meeting, your next romantic interest? We have Avenger. It says, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. I have a feeling this person is a bit of an advocate. They may like to advocate for other people, or they may just like to stand up for other people. They may not tolerate a lot of, we got Taurus, they may not tolerate a lot of bullshit. And I get very, very earthy vibes in this. If not, then, they could just have a lot of placements in earth houses. So from what I'm seeing here, though, this person is going to be an advocate for other people. They'll stand up for other people. They may be part of some kind of activist group, and if not, they could just be very present in politics. They could be very present in, like, forum discussions or news discussions. They may be kind of argumentative in maybe comment sections or something when it comes to politics or things like that. They may be very sensitive or at least hold a very soft spot in their heart for maybe the downtrodden, the outcast, or people that are generally misunderstood. Overall, I think this person's at the very, very basic level of their personality. This person is very caring and generous. However, I want to say that I think this person could also be a little bit might be a little bit serious, but have their own fair share of squishy, fuzzy cuddliness to it. I have Taurus here as another descriptor of who this person is. This may be somebody who's very steadfast, very stubborn though. Somebody who is able to kind of get into something for the long haul. I think that they'll be very good marriage material if you guys get to that. And they may have a very high value of marriage and long-term commitment. So if you're looking for marriage in your next relationship, this person would be ideal. I don't know if they'd be the type to be so comfortable with something casual with no end date or no rate. Something that won't mature the way they want it to. So if you're looking for something for fun, I don't know if this is your person, but this does look like a very steadfast person. They could be a little bit on the muscular side, not necessarily muscle bound, I'm not seeing like a bodybuilder. I'm seeing maybe somebody who's got a stocky build though, like they're solid. And if it's a female that you would be running into, I think this person will have curves and be quite soft, maybe. So they could be on the heavier side too, but I don't think it's like a fat thing. I don't think that it's like too much body fat. I think it's more like their build is very wide and maybe short, but they could still be very fit, I have a feeling, though, that this person may like classical things, like in the sense that they may like antiques. That might be their aesthetic, is the classic sort of things. Like, so if it's a girl, maybe she likes Marilyn Monroe. If it's a guy, maybe he likes old movies, or he may collect old things. Venus, I'm getting my vibes from the Venus-Taurus aspect, so they might like classic music. Things that are a little bit older, things that have kind of been appreciated throughout time. This person will probably enjoy that. Like, for instance, I'm thinking like somebody who has very traditional Christmases, like where they have to listen to Bing Crosby or whatever. I don't know. Does he sing that? I don't know. I'm not one of these people, but the person who has to listen to the stuff that they listened to back when they were little, they have to listen to that every year. That's kind of how I'm thinking as far as classic and traditional this person is. They may have a great sense of self, a great sense of value. They know what people are worth, and I think they cherish people around them. They may have a bit of a soft spot for sweets. They could have a soft spot for luxury. Oh, they might buy expensive things. But stuff that has value. They're not going to just buy some frivolous thing that's expensive simply because it's expensive. I think that they're going to weigh whatever it is that they buy very heavily and purchase something based on quality and, of course, the value of that quality, which is probably more expensive. The best of things is what they'll get. What this person may do for a living, I got the 9th house. This person could be an educator, a teacher. They could be a traveler or somebody who has to travel for business. So for some of you, that means this person could be in the military. They could be in like the Navy or I don't see Coast Guard so much because they don't travel that much off of, like, as far as international goes. This person is worldly. We'll say that much. They're very worldly. They may know more than one language, or at least have a very good interest in other cultures and other languages. Something about them, okay, I got the word ambassador. This person may be an ambassador for some of you. Ambassador, okay. So yeah, they may be an ambassador at some embassy someplace, or they may be sent out even for a company. That you can be an ambassador for a company, just to represent people. So they may be the face of some things. This person could also be a college professor. And I feel like the areas of study in regards to the 9th house would probably be like history, sociology, in some cases maybe economics, if they're really, really in that area of life, with this earth sign here. Maybe they like finance. It's possible that they could be interested in cultures or history. They could be a life coach, something like that. But I think that they are all about the world of understanding things that are bigger topics in life, understanding other people, understanding culture, understanding ways of life or how things work. I really think that this person is very worldly, though, and their profession will reflect that. So what will you like about this person? We have Scorpio, and then we have, Dumortierite, sorry. I'm not a stone person, so I apologize if I butchered that. So what you like about this person, and I think that it's kind of reflected here, I think this person will have a very healthy sexual appetite. We'll just say that much, because we do have a Venus-ruled sign. We do have Taurus, which is all about, enjoying things on the physical world here, value in those things. They're very earth-based, down to earth. So they're not really, they enjoy earthly things. So I think that will be a big thing. So I feel like you'll like them for that, or you'll like that it matches yours. So even if you're not that inclined, like say you're not that type of person where you have a really great desire, it'll match. So I don't think that you'll feel like you're not enough or too much for this person. I think you're also going to like that this person can be very contemplative and quiet. Scorpio aspects to me speak of somebody who's a little bit on the secretive side. They're sensitive, though. You can tell there's sensitivity in there, and they may not reveal that to you all the time, and you may like that. If this is a man and you prefer more classic men that are not that emotional, this person could be reflecting that. This could also be talking about somebody who doesn't, like I said, they have a good value of things, so they also know how to get rid of stuff. Scorpio is Scorpio in the 8th house, I've been told, is kind of like the garbage dump sometimes. So it's this thing, if there's something in your life that is not working, or something that they have physically, or a person that they know and it's not working for them, or it's causing them trouble, they're comfortable cutting things out. So say there's somebody in your life, and say you're a couple, and that person is just horrible. Maybe they're not supportive, or maybe they're just rude or mean to you or something. This person would be the type to cut that person out. Like I said, this person knows the value of things, so they know what's the worth of somebody who's willing to put another person down versus what's the worth of somebody who's proven themselves to you. So I don't think they play favorites. They do play favorites, but the favoritism is based in something solid, like a real reason for it, not just, well, I know this person longer. They've been a horrible person all their life, but I've known this person longer. You're not going to get that with them. So that's actually pretty positive. I think that they are going to be very organized and have very set goals in life. And so if this person is, for instance, it's another one, is if this person may be a student. That's another thing. So if they are a student, I think they're going to have some very serious goals. They're going to have like a 5-year plan. They're going to be ready for anything when it comes to this goal, and they'll prepare for every obstacle that comes in their way. And I think you'll appreciate that, because maybe you don't really have that same discipline. This person does, though, so maybe you might find that inspiring. But yeah, this person's very generous, I want to say, but they are not frivolous. Like I said, they may have patience for people up to a point until they realize that the value is not great. And I think that's why I would feel like this person only gives their emotional energy and their time to people that they feel deserve it. So there's not a lot of frivolousness with this person when it comes to spending of any kind, whether it be money or energy and time. So I think that you might be a type of person that may need their help and attention, and you'll get it from them, and I think that you'll find yourself very grateful and better off because of it. So where will you meet this person? We have the 9 of Wands, we have the High Priestess, and we have the 7 of Wands. This one is interesting. I feel like it could be a couple things. First and foremost, the thing that I saw most was what is that thing called? Like kickboxing. Kickboxing, karate, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, that sort of thing. And kickboxing could be like cardio kickboxing or something like that. This person could be maybe part-time or something as like an instructor. Maybe that's how you meet them. I also get the sense that whatever the situation is in that you meet them in, I feel like you might be minding your own business, and you might kind of like stumble across them or something. You may be waiting in line somewhere with this card here. It's going to be different for pretty much everybody, I want to say, but because everybody's story is different, and this is a general reading, so this is not going to be set in stone, and by no means, by the way, by no means try to make this happen. Let it happen naturally. Do not go seek out any one of these situations to meet this person. You will fail. You don't want to try to control timelines, because you will end up meddling. So 9 of Wands makes me think that you might be waiting in line somewhere, or you might be in between classes, or you might be at some downtime in your schedule. This could be a lunchtime. Maybe you meet this person while you're at lunch. It could be at a library as well. I'm looking at a library or receptionist area. 2 of these things here can talk about health issues like psychology or counseling or things like that. So there could be, maybe you're in a waiting room someplace waiting for counseling, or a medical related thing. I have a feeling that maybe you might be in a crowd in some cases with Seven of Wands. But yeah, it's like quite a few different things that I'm seeing here. I feel like the reception vibe of this might be quite big. Like when I saw this, I was really drawn to her. I was really drawn to the laptop, and I was just thinking that, maybe if you have a job as a receptionist, they might be one of those people. You may work with them as a receptionist, or somebody who does some kind of clerical work might be involved. It could be you, it could be them, it could be a third party that you're visiting to. Or like a building, like I said, like a bank or something. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. But I have a sense that it's going to be rather mundane, quiet, and not like a fun place. Like I feel like it's going to be a day-to-day place, like a bank or something that you have to do that day. I think is why you're going to be in that place at that time, and I think that's going to be how you meet them. So advice, I have deep knowing. This person, this card here is letting you know that if you meet this person and say, this card came up, say they don't look as flashy as your normal type, or maybe they don't seem like what you were hoping for or wanting, but you get a weird vibe about it. If you get a weird vibe about it, that's your sign. This is telling you that you have a deep knowing that there's something else here, some other kind of connection that's worth exploring, taking a look at. This is a reminder that you want to trust your intuition with this person. So, like I said, if you get like a gut instinct or like a, whoa, that's weird, he's not my type, what? That is probably your time that you maybe would be like, okay, maybe I'll ask for this person's number. I think that this might be somebody significant here. So it's basically telling you to trust your instincts. You'll know this person when you see them. And to not let your second guessing hold you back. So there may be something about this at face value that you're like, I don't know. And it's telling you to just kind of get that shallow face value, like just throw it out the window, and really trust what it is you're feeling deep down. So that is your reading group 1. I hope this resonated with you. If you liked it, please like, comment, subscribe. If you would like a private reading with me, you can catch me on Etsy. I have my link to that in the description box below, and I want to thank you for watching. Bye now. Hi there, group 2. This is for those of you that picked Yeehaw. This says, when it comes to choosing who will be in your life, I recommend valuing their Yeehaw qualities above all others. Have it your way. Special orders don't upset us, the universe. So that's the message for you. What I think this is saying is that you're going to have to go outside your comfort level. When I see yeehaw here, I think of somebody who is going to have the time of their life, but they might be afraid to jump out of that plane to go skydiving, And I feel like that's kind of what's going to happen here is you'll want it, but you'll be real apprehensive. This is a reminder that you need to try something new and you need to try something exciting. So don't stay in your comfort zone. If this person doesn't seem like you can handle them, just know that you can, and that you're just going to need to be a little bit more open-minded and have faith in yourself. So who is this person going to be? This is going to be a very interesting person, in my opinion. We have monk, nun, and Pisces, and Leo kind of describes their occupation here. So monk and nun is somebody that is very devoted. They may be so devoted to their goals or their desires or their wishes, whatever it is that they want to achieve. This person is ambitious, and they'll do whatever they need to do to get it done. So this person could be somebody, and I keep seeing artist aspects of this person. I don't know if this person is going to be an artist, like a fine artist, but they could be a potter, a ceramist, they could be a glass blower, they could be a, woodworker, they could be somebody who builds furniture, somebody who has a creative aspect. So they could also be a writer. Anything that might be involving creativity, self-expression, or something like that. I think in the very few of you, like, I feel like one of you may be actually running into some sort of high-level artist person. Not high level, there's no levels really. You might actually like meet this sort of snooty art type, somebody who's very hard, maybe somebody who's got a difficult personality, maybe who might be like a really who may produce very expensive, sought-after artwork in very rare cases. But this person is the type to be very artsy in the sense that they will lock themselves away. They will do everything to get things done at all cost. And that's why I see with the monk and the nun card here, because I think this person cloisters themselves. You know, they'll hide away. Same thing with Pisces. I think this person will lock themselves away to do whatever it is that they need to do, and they do it by themselves. So that's what I mean when it comes to their personality. They're very devoted. This person will cut out personal time to get this stuff done. Now, I don't sense that means that they're a workaholic. I think that just means that when this person has something in their inbox, they're going to spend a lot of their time on that until the thing is done, and done well. So just keep that in mind if you're like, oh no, this person's a workaholic. I think this person does have the capability to play and have fun, because we do have the play and have fun cards. with Leo is all about pleasure, and Pisces is about like dreamy escapism and art and, you know, nice things like that. But however, I do have this card that's, you know, about buckling down, and then over here we've got this Capricorn energy. So I think that you may appreciate that buckling down, though, because of this over here. These two cards here are talking about what you'll like about this person. So that is what we're looking at. Sorry, I just had to check the time. So that's what we're looking at when it comes to, you know, their basic personality. I do sense this person is a creative person, though. And when it comes to their occupation, in some cases, this person could be the head of their own company, the CEO, the leader of it. When I see Leo here, it could be that creative aspect I'm tuning into, but it could also be somebody who is very, has a lot of leadership qualities. Very, you know, things may be centered on them. They may be both a craftsman or a business owner, but they're also representative. They're the face of that company or face of that brand or product line or something. This person is very much someone who will be easy to spot for you. They will be unmistakable in who they are when you see them. So I want to say, though, for some of you, this person could be playing more on the... I get the main vibe is very much creators and business owners. But with the Leo here, I also, and of course Pisces and its sensitivity, I have a sense that this person could also be somebody who is good with children, or takes care of children, or is and maybe they just love children, you know. So they may have a lot of nephews and nieces, and they're always around them, or they always enjoy them, be it when they come over, or they're always showing pictures of their nephews and nieces, or their own children. In some cases, I have a sense, though, that this person does have a very soft spot for those things. So yeah, that's kind of the personality that we're looking at. I think this person they've got that very hard aspect, but I think at the heart of it, it's very soft there inside them. So if you look at them at face value, they may be very stern. They may be kind of grumpy, or very focused. So maybe they don't appear to pay a lot of attention to you. But inside, this person is gooey and soft and Piscean. Pisces is basically the sign of love. Even if it's not ruled by Venus like Libra or Taurus, Pisces is about love and compassion and forgiveness. So even if this person at face value, like I said, has a lot of bravado, or is just very stern at face value, inside there's a very soft, caring person who does care about you and does have concern for you. So that's just something that you should know. And I think that's where this card comes into, because I think that this person is going to be intimidating. However, I think that if you're interested in them, it might be very exciting to pursue this person, because you're not really sure if you're going to get this very hard exterior, or if you're going to get the squishy, center. So how will you feel about this person? Like, what will you like about them? We have Raw Morganite and Capricorn. I think that you're going to enjoy that this person is protective. I think this person, especially here, I think this person has a lot of loyalty and a lot of protective qualities. I don't think they're going to be overly protective, but I think it's going to be reasonable. I think that you might find this person if you're looking for a father figure for children, or just to have children within your life later in life. I think that you'll find this person has a lot of excellent qualities about them that would make them an excellent father. They're very paternal, really really secure, and I think they'll maybe give you a sense of safety, both financially and physical safety. I think that this person, like I said, is very stubborn on the outside and looks like they may not budge, or they're very serious and they're very dedicated to one thing. However, I think that with raw morganite here, you may find that there's somebody who's actually interested in bettering themselves or changing themselves. They're completely okay with saying, oh, well, maybe I was wrong about that idea. I'll change my mind about that. Or, yeah, maybe that wasn't sensitive. I'll try to adjust what I'm saying here because I think that it's what I said was wrong. So I think that this person is very, very moral, has excellent ability to change who they are, assess who they are, and adjust. This person is probably comfortable in saying, I'm sorry. Even though we have the Emperor here, I think this person is comfortable apologizing when they need to and changing their behavior if it makes you upset. I don't think that this person is out to dominate anybody. I think this person is that's not their area. You know, they're not out to dominate people. I think they're out to you know, bring people comfort, make them happy, you know, that sort of thing. But like I said, they're going to be doing it through this facade that's a little tough, I think. So how will you meet this person? We have the Emperor, the Two of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. There's a couple things. You can meet this person actually going out on a date. This person could be your boss, first of all, with the Emperor card here. This person could be your boss. They could be, if it's not a boss, this person could be a superior to you, or they know more, or somehow they have some kind of authority over you. Another way to see this is you could be introduced by a father figure, introduced to each other. I think though that when you meet this person, I think it will be directed at, intentional, like you're meeting because it might be really dating, you know, like a speed dating, that sort of thing. Because Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups, it's like intentionally going out looking for love and going on dates and meeting new people. So I think that's kind of how you'll meet them. In other cases, this could mean you're going to a baby shower. Perhaps you meet them at a baby shower or some sort of group event, or some sort of, you could meet them at a wedding maybe. Some sort of emotional event that might get people together. You could meet them at a bar with the cups here. You could meet them through a friend. Again, getting through friends. Now, some of you, it was kind of funny because when I was pulling this, I got a feeling like you met them through like a retirement party at work, or like you might meet them or get in better contact with them through, if it's not a retirement party, it's like a birthday party or like a 10-year anniversary party. But I felt like it was something where you'd be in a break room with cake. So that's kind of what I saw here. So I feel like you'd connect with this person that way. Now, advice for this situation, we have a leg up. This card talks about being strong enough to ask for help. So I feel like you may maybe in this situation when you meet this person, you will be maybe needing some kind of assistance, with whether it be their advice, or you may simply just need them to reach for something that they are taller to get. So maybe for some of you that are very short, this person may need to give you like a literal leg up in order to get something. In other cases, I think that you may have something that you need to ask them that you're reluctant to ask them for help about. So I think this is saying that you need to put your pride aside and maybe ask this person for assistance in some way, and that can help you. In other ways, if you have difficulty connecting with this person but you really want to connect with them, you could also ask for help from friends. In some way, you don't want to, if you're not fully equipped to do something or pursue this person, but you have it in you and you really want it, you can ask. They're saying don't just accept defeat here. Just ask for help and get somebody to get you from point A to point B faster. A lot of people don't like to ask for help, but in my opinion, I feel like asking for help is like fast tracking you to whatever it is that you want. It's like asking for help is excellent. It's like it's like getting a shortcut for free. So I think that is what I'm seeing here for your advice. And I think that you may be able to ask this person for help here with this monk or nun. Because like I said, this person's got a lot of experience, I think, in willpower and direction and organization. So if you're lacking some of these skills in your life and you see this person is very organized, this may be your sign that you should go and be like, hey, I really like how your drawers at your desk are really organized. Where did you find that planner? Where did you find those shelves? Something like that. So I feel like you could probably, if you don't literally need help, I think that kind of formulating something that they can help you with would benefit you to connect with them. So I want to thank you for watching Group 2. If you like this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. And if you'd like a private reading with me, you can contact me at Etsy, or my Etsy shop. It's in my description box. That's where the link is. Or you can email me at snowcitytarot@gmail.com. So I want to thank you so much for watching, and I wish you the best of luck. Hi, Group 3. This is for those of you that picked this card. It says, it's not as if you need anybody. That's what it says. The back says, for as long as you wish to keep them in your life, whoever they may be, understanding them as opposed to changing them will widely improve the chances that they'll wish to keep you in their life. On the other hand, you're pretty much stuck with me. Oh wow, how I love you, the universe. So that's that. So, Group 3, you hit the healing jackpot, I want to say. You might be hearing about, when you do readings, you may be hearing a lot about these types of relationships that are very healing and transformative. This is one of those. This will be the next person that you run into. Now, yeah, so where to start? So this type of person, we have Pisces, we have Venus, and we have the Hermit. The Hermit says, seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. This person's very creative, but they're very reclusive as well. They're somebody who might hide away to do things. We also have the Pisces card, which was intended to represent the career path of this person, but I also think that it has a lot to do with how reclusive they are. Pisces has a tendency to represent places that are hidden away, like monasteries and jails and, not jails, prisons and hospitals and things like that. Places that are hidden, kind of, or hard to reach, or held out of society. So they could also work at an asylum or something like that. In some cases, for me, Pisces can mean like not Pisces, but the 12th house can mean graveyards and things like that, because it's also another place that's part of life, but also a place that's not visited. So this person could be someone who works in a graveyard or in a hospital. They could work in some kind of reclusive place. If you're into spirituality, this person could work at I think it would be like an ashram or a monastery or something like that. Some place that's hidden from the everyday world. So, we've got Venus as well. So this person is going to be a looker. This person's going to be beautiful, especially with Pisces here, which is, representing, it's ruled by Neptune, which is like the higher octave of Venus, they say. So it's about dreaminess and floatiness and this sort of otherworldly aspect to this person. The synastry that you guys may experience may be very Neptunian, or perhaps very mystical feeling is what this should feel like. Pisces is about, Pisces and Neptune in the 12th house, all those things can have very good and bad qualities like anything in the world. This person may have escapism, may have escapist tendencies, but they're also very forgiving. They're very relaxed. They're very compassionate. They have an understanding of love in a way that other people don't understand it. This person probably has a lot of water in their chart, so they may, and with the Hermit card here, I'm getting someone who might be have more difficulty explaining what it is that they feel because they feel it, you know, like they may not have the planets or the chart or the elements to properly explain how they feel, because they're more of somebody who feels things than thinks about them, you know, so they feel things first and then maybe they have to think a bit to get them into words. So for this person, you may need to be aware that if you are with this person and you have like a thing with them and you're not entirely sure what the heck that's about, but you feel it yourself, it possibly may take a while for this person to say what it is that they want to say or formulate the words that they want to say. So if you find that this person is quiet or different in some way, that they're not expressing themselves like a normal person, that's because this person probably is trying to quantify a feeling and transform it or translate it into spoken word. You know, like they may not have an easier time doing that for some reason. But I do think they feel very deeply. This person could be an artist. This person could, like I said, work in a hospital. They could work in a prison. They may be a religious person. They could be a guru. However, with this like reclusive energy of the Hermits, I don't know if they are going to be the star of any show. You know, I don't know if they're going to be like a religious leader or something like that. I don't think that's quite the case with them. So I don't see this person being a preacher at a mega church or even a small church. I think that this person kind of maybe dispenses little nuggets of wisdom to people on a one-on basis, like a one-on-one basis. So it's very intimate. I feel like being with this person would be very, very intimate. I think that this person could possibly see into your soul. Like the energy I get from this person is very, very interesting, very spiritual. And I think that the difficulty here would probably be communication with this person. I think that you may expect some style of communication that this person is not comfortable doing. They're very mysterious. They're very, I want to say subversive, but not in like a bad way, not a malicious way. This person maybe reads between the lines or makes you read between the lines a lot, that sort of thing. But overall, I think this person's going to be very beautiful, have an understanding of beauty and an appreciation of beauty. We're looking at Venus-ruled signs, which are Pisces, which are Libra and Taurus. So these people could be very beautiful to look at. We could also be looking at people that have some understanding or some value of material things. I see that I have the Hermit and the Pisces. I'm not necessarily getting the sense that this person is, greedy or over materialistic, but I'm not getting the sense that they completely throw it out. Like, I don't think it's like of no value to them. So I don't think they're like so spiritually evolved that they don't need stuff. I think this isn't like a starving artist exactly. This is somebody that still values things, so no worries. This is not going to be some crazy psychic man on the street that you run into, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I get this very spiritual vibe, but this person needs to be, they may need to be alone more often than other people. They may find it difficult to be in crowds. If this person has a lot of Pisces in their chart, they could be very empathic, and crowds could overwhelm them. Even if they're not empathic, they just might be overstimulated by too many things, too many people talking, that sort of thing. So that is a possibility as well. So I feel like if you're going to do anything with this person, say you identified them and you run into them, I think that you'll find a better experience in a more intimate setting where you can talk to them and have their focus, and they can have all of your focus. So, you know, there could be just this person gets distracted maybe easily as well. Pisces is a kind of a distracted type of sign. You know, it's mutable, so it's kind of like Gemini in that way, that it kind of goes back and forth, and it sees something and then it leaves it, and it explores this and then leaves. You know, it's sort of like this very it's kind of childlike, actually. It's the oldest sign in the zodiac, but it's very but the nature is always very innocent seeming. Purity, that's a big one here. So oh my gosh, I can't fight the sun. Holy crap. It's like, 1 second. The sun moves. There we go. I apologize. That was a little bright. So, selenite. These are going to be the aspects of this person that you will like. We have Pluto and selenite. Selenite, again, talks about spirituality. It talks about, you know, illumination and transformation and seeing things clearly and in great detail, things like that. Pluto is here, and it's also talking about transformation, but Pluto is a little bit on the darker side. So we're looking at somebody who may have a bit of a brooding air about them. Not brooding, maybe not brooding, let's not say that, but like a darkness about them, but not in like a gothic or depressed sort of way. It's just this person may understand that change is inevitable, or they may have a view of life that, you know, darkness is welcomed because it's supposed to be there. So I think that you may appreciate this person for their realism when it comes to how they view the world, or the effect that they have on you could also be very transformative. They may pressure you, or not pressure you, but indirectly pressure you to kind of accept changes in life, or accept that things have to move and become different. It does, and they may get you to see life differently in the sense that change is not a bad thing. With selenite here and Pluto together, we're definitely talking about somebody who's changing the way that you see things to understand that, you know, understanding impermanence, understanding that everything has its time and its place and its moment, and sometimes we don't gain anything from hanging on to those moments after they're done, or after the situation is deteriorated, or things like that. Old habits, old ways of thinking could be challenged by this person. So, but what's so weird is it's like we have all this immense destruction, but we have such a very gentle soul. So I feel like this person is able to get you to see these things, or get you to change in this way, because they're able to present it to you in a very soft and caring manner. So I feel like a lot of development will come from this. And it may be difficult for you in some cases, just because the advice is over here I'm seeing is, you know, it may be a little bit difficult to change the way that you see the world. But I feel like you will, at the very least, or ultimately, be very affected positively by this person. Pluto also can represent Scorpio, which is that sign of transformation, change. Love with a Scorpio is intense. It's kind of like Pisces and Scorpio are both very spiritual in the way that they love people. Pisces is very healing, and Scorpio is very destructive but transformative. So this person might have an intensity in the way that they love that would be, you know, maybe it's too much for someone like you, or maybe you prefer that, because these two cards are talking about things that you would like about this person. So you may like the intensity, you may like the you know, sexual chemistry that you could have with this person. Scorpio, while it's about love and transformation, it's also about sex, because it's like a combination of things like, you know, it's creation and destruction. So there's like a very thorough feeling like of completion or completeness, like when it comes to the way that this person makes you feel, or the way that this person loves you or expresses their love for you. It could just be very intense and devoted as well, because that sign is very, very devoted. I described it one time as Scorpio is the type of devotion that will like walk a mile with a broken foot for you, you know. Or Scorpio is the type of sign that will build you the Taj Mahal. So it's like even after you've died and passed on, that person will erect a giant castle for you, you know. That's the type of depth that you'll get with this person, because Pisces and Scorpio, they're very deep, deep, deep signs. So that's why I'm saying, like, this seems like a really intense spiritual connection. I hope you're ready. But yeah, God, I could say so much about this. But anyway, how will you meet this person? So we've got the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. You can meet this person through a female co-worker, a friend, a girlfriend, like an ex-girlfriend, hopefully. We've got the Seven of Swords here. So I feel like in some cases for you guys, you may get to know this person through spying for a friend, like getting to know this person for a friend. And unfortunately, that's a sticky situation. But it does look like you could be that could be the situation in which you guys meet. They may be like, hey, I like that person over there. Can you get more information on them for me? And you'll go out and you'll be like, oh, I like this person too. You know, I kind of think that would be a situation that this could happen. It's very dramatic. You guys need to write a book if this happens. This could also be somebody that you may have feelings for, special, because the Seven of Swords and Queen of Wands. If it's a woman that you're talking about, or a woman that we are talking about, you may be with someone else at the time, because we've got the Seven of Swords here. So it's kind of can talk about cheating in some cases, or having stuff that's not yours, or things like that. Not always, though, and if you guys are single and looking right now, I doubt that's the case, but I don't know who watches, so maybe you guys have different situations. Could be polyamorous. There's no judgment there. Five of Cups is telling me this could be a situation, though, where you could be working together, too, with the Three of Pentacles. This is talking about assistance. You could also meet this person possibly in an art class. We got Queen of Wands is like art teacher. Could be an art teacher. Three of Pentacles looks like an art class in this picture. Five of Cups, though, is talking about somebody who's kind of sad. You know, maybe you'll notice this person because they're sad, or they look sad. Which would make sense because all this water energy. Yeah, so maybe you'll notice that this person looks sad when you see them, and you'll be kind of like, oh, who is that? The Seven of Swords, though, could talk about research. It can talk about gathering information. So maybe you're at like the DMV or something, and say they're very sad standing in line, and you guys have to get some sort of paperwork done or something like that, and you meet them that way by filling out forms. Or maybe they're a census taker, or perhaps you meet them at school and you guys have to do a project together. You could have to do a research project. If you guys are art students, you could have to work together in some sort of collaborative way to make something. Maybe you guys may end up talking about how you're feeling that day, or or maybe there might be some sort of failure that you can't look away from, that this person may help you with, that sort of thing. You could get dumped, and then this person comes along and they help you recover from that. So there's like a lot of things that could be happening here. When it comes to how you'll meet this person, I'm seeing a possible, well, she's a Leo. The Queen of Wands here is a Leo. So yeah, I'm seeing creativity again. So you guys may really get to know each other through some creative effort that you guys work together on, or some sort of research in something like that. You could meet at a daycare even. Maybe this is the person who runs the daycare. But I feel like you guys are going to make something together maybe, and that's how you'll meet up. Now, I want you to take in whatever seems most relevant to you guys. You may meet them on a campus too, by the way, sorry. But yeah, this is general reading, so any one of these scenarios could happen to any one of you. This is a little bit of everybody. And there is more than one person like this in the world, so it is possible that you can meet this person, even with a big group reading, just so you know. So it's possible that any one of those scenarios could be the ones in which you meet this person. But I don't want you to go out searching for those scenarios. Let this happen normally. Do not change the trajectory of your life to meet this person. It will happen in its own time. Just let it be. I know a lot of people will start hunting for this person. You will not find them sooner than you need to find them, okay? So just keep that in mind. Never-ending story, though, is the advice for this situation. And this is why I'm coming back to it, saying that this is a very healing connection. There's some aspects of your life you're going to be coming to confront. How you view things, how you view love, how you view relationships, how you view yourself in these scenarios. You're going to have to take a hard look at how, your own issues with intimacy, fear of intimacy, abandonment. We could be looking at issues regarding loneliness or self-esteem. This person will probably activate these aspects of yourself, and you'll have to look at them point blank. The thing is, though, you don't want to be stuck in guilt. So say you're uncomfortable with some aspect of this and you're making yourself feel bad in some way, or maybe you realize the way that you've been raised or the way that you've been taught things is completely different than what it was that you thought or how life was supposed to be. And it might be very painful to go through that. Again, with this here, it's going to be. It's not going to be worthless, though, at all. It's going to be very valuable. And I think that it's saying that you need to be, you need to be patient with yourself and forgiving with yourself and how you used to think. Like, you may have bad habits or things that made you feel guilty in this relationship. Like, perhaps you guys may have accidentally hurt this person or maybe they may push your buttons the wrong way and you guys are fighting, and it's just to say that these things are growing pains, and you can't beat yourself up over how this goes or how this ends or how this transforms into something better. You're going to have to go through these things because these are going to be present in you. These problems were going to be present in you regardless of whether you met this person or someone else. The only thing is, how fulfilling would your life be if you went about a relationship long term that fit everything but was just very comfortable and did not challenge you to change the way you view your world, change the way you view your self-esteem. In some cases, I feel like a lot of you might be having to question your sexuality or question your gender. Like, am I really female, or do I feel something different? Why do I feel uncomfortable because of this person? What are they doing? Maybe they play off of maybe they activate some sort of masculine or feminine aspects of yourself, like being very sensitive or being very aggressive. Maybe they activate those aspects of yourself and you kind of wonder, well, how am I supposed to be? What is okay for me to be? I just feel like this is going to be very transformative, and I can't say that enough. You're going to ask a lot of questions about yourself, and you're going to come out of this maybe a little bruised and beaten. I think you're going to be and that's the thing, is you're like, well, how the heck would I want to meet this person and be in a relationship with them? Why would I do that? It sounds like this is going to suck, so I won't. Well, you're not going to have a choice. You're going to run into this person, and they're going to take over your mind and your heart, and they're going to turn your soul into a pretzel, and you're going to love every minute of it, and you're also going to want to set yourself on fire. So if you're looking for spiritual love, here it is. If this doesn't sound like something you could deal with, or something that you absolutely will not deal with, then maybe this pile is not for you. I do have 4 others that you can choose from. So yeah, anyway, I spoke too long about this one because it is so, it's got a lot of depth to it. But anyway, I want to thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them below. If you like the video, please please like it, subscribe, and if you'd like a reading from me, I have my Etsy description, or my Etsy link in the description box below, and I want to thank you for watching. Hi, Pile 4. If you picked this card, this is your reading. This says, prepare to be astounded. It says, send them love, wish them peace, see them happy. Everyone, always, forever, and prepare to be astounded, the universe. It says, P.S., oh man, and will you ever become a big-time manifester? So I think that this is saying that you're going to have some control over how this plays out, how this relationship between you and this person pans out. I do think that there may be some things that are going to test you, rather teach you, about interacting with other people, having relationships with other people. Not to say that this is like a failure relationship, it's not. That's not at all what I'm saying. What I am saying, though, is this will be something that kind of teaches you to be more, what's the word? Peaceful or cooperative. Maybe in the past you may have been accused of being a little bit too ornery, or maybe you take things a little too easily, take things too seriously a little too easily, or perhaps you may have been somebody who gotten like debates or arguments a lot, that sort of thing, taking things out of context, I mean, you know you. So if that was something that has popped up in the past, this will be something that'll kind of help you work on that, but not in a bad way. So who is this person that you will be seeing next, or what next romantic interest will this person be? Who are they? Sorry, my words are all jumbled. We have dilettante. And it says, delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. And then we have Gemini. And then we also have the 5th house. This person is going to be super creative. This person is going to have a hobby in pretty much everything. They're a jack of all trades. They're going to have a little bit of information on just about everything. They're going to know a little bit about gardening, a little bit about cooking, a little bit about archery, or, cars. This person's going to know just about a little bit of everything on almost every topic, which is what I'm getting mostly because of the Gemini. But dilettante is also about a jack of all trades, master of none. So I think this person is going to be needing a lot of stimulation mentally. So they're probably going to always be reading something. They're always going to have like a project, a new hobby, something like that. They're always going to be exploring. And I think they're going to be actually pretty exciting for you. They're going to want to probably travel. They're probably going to want to, go try the newest place, the hottest this, the hottest that, the coolest this, So they're going to be quite exciting, I think. So if you're a bit of an introvert, this person is probably going to get you out of your shell in that way. I also see that this person could be good with kids. They may work with kids. This could be like a kindergarten teacher, or somebody who might be like an art teacher for elementary school. I'm really getting the sense, though, that this person will have some part of their occupation related to kids. So like maybe they build playgrounds, or maybe they make baby clothes, or it could be any number of things, but whatever it is, I think it's going to be focused on very light and happy, playful things like children. This person could even be like an OBGYN, or, maybe they work in, maybe they work with like neonates, neonatal stuff. So they could be working in any area that involves kids. So I think that's going to be kind of interesting. If you like kids, this is the person for you. I think this person themselves is also quite playful and creative. They're really going to love kids. This is kind of what I'm seeing. In fact, you might meet them. Revolving around kids. So if you like kids, that could be something you guys meet through. This person, it's weird because when I read this one, I was actually, I don't know why, but I actually thought that maybe this person might have an actual literal twin. I just thought I'd put that out there because I thought it was kind of weird. I'm like, well, why would I think that? And then, because I know Gemini's twin, I was like, I'm not thinking about it that way though, because I never really do. So this person could have a twin, fraternal or identical. Curious if that's the case. You guys let me know. But yeah, there's a little bit of everything. And I think that if you have, like it says, it stops people from being superficial with the dilettante. So I think that this person, while they'll have a lot of little superficial hobbies and things like that, I think that it comes from a place of depth, not a place of boredom. They really just have a genuine curiosity about the world. So this is what you will like about this person. You will probably not have any trouble feeling like you need to work harder than you do to be yourself. I feel like this person is going to be 100% wholly accepting of who you are, and you are not going to need to lift a finger and do much about yourself at all. This person is going to love you just the way you are. I think you'll also like that this person is going to be incredibly helpful. Again, this person has, they have a hobby in pretty much everything. So I feel like this person is the 6th house of service. This person I feel is going to have no problem assisting you with, like, I don't know, fixing your kitchen sink, or maybe you have an art project you want help with. I feel like this person is really, really helpful, and I think that they take a lot of pride and joy possibly in coming to help others. And I think that you will appreciate that in this person. I think they also could be very health oriented. They could be focused on diet. They could be focused on maybe fun forms of activity. They might make working out fun. Or there could be some kind of daily task that they might actually make more enjoyable for you. So if you're with this person at work and it's like the daily grind, this person's going to be probably the one to brighten your day. I think this person is going to be very, very cheerful. But and yeah, I think that if you're feeling in a dark place, I feel like this person is going to be the light of your life, in the sense that they're going to light up your day. They're going to light up your week. Where you'll meet this person? Well, we have the 4 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, and the Sun. Like I said, this could have something to do with children. This could have something to do with like an outside festival. With the 3 of Swords here, I'm kind of thinking that, in a weird way, I think that this might have to do with a tattoo. It could be a tattoo parlor, or it could be some place that actually uses the 3 of Swords as some kind of imagery. Like 3 swords somewhere. You could meet out in the rain as well. It could be a rainy day outside or something at like a music festival, like I said. It could be out on a playground here. It could be at a wedding. You might be, I'm getting this, maybe it's rainy day. Maybe it's a rainy day and maybe you'll spend time with them. You'll meet them out at some sort of party or a celebration, and maybe it'll start raining. And it's possible that with the Sun card, it says that you might stick around until maybe it's like you guys get stuck under a tree or something and hang out there until the rain stops. That's another one I can see happening. This could also be showing that maybe there will be some sort of accident, maybe you trip and fall or something, and this person's here to help you or something. Or maybe there's some sort of painful event that you're going through, and this person comes to cheer you up, maybe. You guys could also get paired up randomly at a place. If you do speed dating, this might be you guys pairing up at something. Maybe you guys meet at like a team building exercise or something for like a job, because the 4 of Wands could talk about teamwork. But I think whatever the situation is, you'll meet in a happy setting. There might be some sort of setback, but this person might be there to cheer you up or make it better somehow. So, chaos and conflict is your advice for this relationship with this person? Well, basically it's saying that you're going to have to accept that this person will probably maybe debate with you. They might have a lot of activity mentally. We're looking at a Gemini, so they're chatty. They talk a lot. They also need a lot of stimulation. I'm talking about them like they're a pet bird. Yeah, they need stimulation. Otherwise, they'll start plucking their feathers out. And no. this person's going to need a lot of mental stimulation, and they'll probably talk a whole lot more than they need to. And they'll probably say some things that you might think are maybe they're trying to be offensive or trying to hint at something or try to be mean, but that's not the case. This is talking about, the need to not always be right with this person. So maybe, I can see a lot of misunderstandings happening when somebody is constantly, giving out new and random bits of information or wanting to talk more than you do. I can see that might lead to some arguments. But basically it's saying that if you can understand and meet somebody halfway and understand that not everything that they say is actually targeted against you, and some people just put their foot in their mouth, and I think that it's saying that as long as you can sort of make nice with them and not take it personally and realize that this person's mind flits from one thing to another very quickly, it's okay. You don't have to take it to heart, whatever they say, and that if you want to keep this going, you don't have to argue to be right all the time. This person, if you say that you're wrong, this person is not going to take and think less of you for saying that you made a mistake or that you were wrong. And that's the little message that you have here with chaos and conflict. So I want to thank you for watching group 4. If you liked your reading, please like, comment, subscribe. If you want a private reading, you can contact me at Etsy. My link is in the description box below. Or you can contact me at snowcitytarot@gmail.com. And I will see you in the next one. Hi, group 5. If you picked You Will Be Surprised, this is your reading. On the back it says, ask with love, and their answer may surprise you. Yet whatever their answer, be happy, and this may surprise them. It says, hi, it's love and I, ... the universe. So that is your starting message here. I think right now the main takeaway to be is that there's going to be a surprise here. And I feel like I don't want to start with the advice first here, but because this one is here and this one is also here, I feel like this is going to be somebody that you will actually wish for, hope for, or somehow manifest. This could be somebody, I also got the feeling for some of you, this is someone that you used to be with, you used to date. And maybe you guys had to go your separate ways. But somehow I got the vibe that this person might be a returning person for some of you, not a lot of you. For most of you, I feel like this is going to be somebody that you wished for and they come back. Or you meet them. Overall, what does this person do for a living? This person's a teacher, straight up a teacher. We have Jupiter and we have teacher cards. It says, ability to communicate, knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. This person is an educator. Jupiter is also about education, understanding. This is somebody who doesn't just teach, they expand. They teach people to understand and comprehend. So it's not just, this isn't just like a pool instructor, like someone who teaches you how to swim, although they could do that. This is somebody whose value system also is heavily based around knowledge. This person could have a big personality, a larger-than-life laugh. They could be very jolly, jovial, with Jupiter here. They could be someone who likes to travel. They like expanding, their consciousness, expanding what they know. They like to expand their world. They think outside the box, probably. This person, I want to say that this person could enjoy parties, though. They might enjoy parties. They might be very lucky, too. And they may be comfortable, well off, even. With Taurus here, we have further clarification. This person could be a Taurus. We're looking at Sagittarius or Pisces if you're a Hellenistic astrologer. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. So we're looking at any one of those three. Taurus is a very steadfast, stable, sturdy person. This person may also have maybe a little bit of like extra money or extra assets or something. They might have properties that they can sell or something. I feel like this person has a little bit of extra for security, a little bit of financial padding. That's what I'm getting with the Taurus vibe. I think this person is financially secure and makes good financial decisions. I think that they are very strong, and if they do have any investments or other hobbies or things like that, that's been things that they have been working on or at for a very long time. This person in build could be stocky or voluptuous if it's a woman. We're also looking at somebody who might be bigger, taller, wider in some cases than other people. But I have a feeling this person is going to be very solid and reliable, very much reliable. Their job, if it's not just teaching, I mean, they don't have to be a professor or a direct educator, but this person could be somebody that people look to for guidance. If they have any kind of job, they could work at a bank. A job outside of teaching, they could work at a bank. They could teach finance, is another one. Teach economics. They could teach just a couple things, actually. But I think it would be, if they are a teacher, it would definitely be higher ed, I would say. But I do sense that there would be some kind of background in finance, I would say. Finance or economics or something like that. So what will you like about this person? We have Kyanite and Society. I'm sorry, the 11th house. This person is going to be very jolly. I think that there's always going to be a place for you to go as far as parties go. You're never going to be in on New Year's or anything like that. I think they have an amazing social circle. Social circle. And I think that they have a lot of really good networking skills. So if you met this person and you felt like you just didn't have any friends, you're going to have a ton of friends very soon. I think that this person is probably a magnet for people. And I think that they're going to be somebody who kind of like improves your social standing, possibly. I have a feeling that this person is going to raise you up and boost your self-esteem too. I just get that vibe that this person will probably be the type to let you know how great you are and make you feel it when you don't feel that way. So, yeah, I think that though overall they're going to be very socially, they're not socially awkward, we'll say that. Especially with Kyanite here, you could talk about diplomacy. So I think this person is never going to be wasting their time on fighting with people. I think that they try to strive to have a very harmonious relationship with others. They try to be diplomatic because this person's a schmoozer, okay? This person has values the social aspects of their life. So this person is not going to have bad blood with anybody. I think this is kind of like, when I think of this person, I picture one of those scenarios, we all know at least one of these people where you go around town with them and everybody knows them and you can't get 5 feet out of anywhere because someone's constantly saying hi to them. That's who this person is. And that's why this person doesn't have any bad blood. They're very diplomatic. Nobody gets under their skin. This person is probably like cool as a cucumber when it comes to social interactions. I kind of hope that you guys are introverts in a way because I think it'd be super cute. I think it'd be super cute for this person to appreciate an introvert and kind of take them under their wing. So how will you meet this person? So we have the 5 of Swords. We're looking at some kind of defeat, some kind of ending, some kind of scam. It's possible that you're walking out of a relationship and literally stumble into this person or something like that. I feel like you could, given who they are, you may meet them at a social gathering. It could be a family gathering in some cases. And I feel like maybe your mom or a friend, a female friend, might be linking them to you. Like they might introduce you or something. For some reason, I'm really drawn to this rabbit. I have no idea. This rabbit. Maybe you're late. Maybe you're late for something and you run it. Maybe that's what's happening here. Because I saw this and I'm thinking, I'm late, from Alice in Wonderland. So I'm thinking maybe you're late for something when you run into this person. Maybe you meet them somehow like that. Maybe you're late for a party or something. It's going to be interesting though, because serendipity's here. It's kind of like saying that this person is going to fall into your lap. This person is somebody that you've manifested, and they're going to fall into your lap at just the right time and just the right place. And I don't think that I'm able to actually tell you where that time or place will be, because that's what serendipity is for. It's going to happen when it happens. It's something that's sort of like divinely timed, I guess you could say. And that's, yeah, this is kind of cool. Also, I want to point out how much green and blue I'm getting out of this reading. When I pulled these cards and I looked at them all together, I was like, holy crap, look at all the green and blue in here. So I think this will actually form into being an actual romantic love relationship. And I think that there's going to be a lot of good communication in this relationship as well. Not as much as love, though, because I really felt like the greens were popping a whole lot more than the blues. But I do sense that this is going to be a very communicative and romantic relationship with this person. All right. Thank you so much for watching Group 5. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to get a private reading with me, you can reach me at my Etsy. That is in the description box below. And if you want to send me a line, drop me a line, you can do that at snowcitytarot@gmail.com. And yeah, that's everything. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.